I tend to forget um, because I don't have my kids with me or grandkids or anything like that. I live alone. So going through this time, it's a little easier for me to deal with isolation, I guess you could say, because you're kind of used to it when you're a bachelor. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got my dating going on, but I am at the age where I choose to live the way I want to live, and that's without drama. And so where I'm going with this is the fact that you know hearing over the past since this all began, I guess technically it'd been about a month and a half. Um, my new neighbors are starting to act a little crazy compared to when I first moved in, and I think a lot of it has to do with you know a lot of these families have children, and that's where I'm kind of heading towards. How this has an effect on the children. It's sad to see because I'm here in the park and I'm looking around. And I'm not going to put nobody on film, but the children are out here and they're having fun, with their families, and that is a good thing. But as you all know, we are social creatures. We like to be around other people, even though people we may not know. We still, you know what I mean. You just we're social creatures. Uh, but with the kids, all this isolation and the kids only playing with their families. Kids, they want to play with other kids, and so what I'm seeing is a lot of kids, and it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's a really great thing, family unity, right? But also, kids want to play with other kids, and if they don't have brothers or sisters, and I have been seeing like a couple of young families with just maybe a single child, and they haven't gotten to their second child. You know what I mean? The kids are kind of bummed out because now they can't play with other kids like in the playground. The playground shut down over there. So I'm kind of now thinking and feeling for the kids because I'm trying to imagine how would I feel in this time, in this strange time we're all in, right? How would I feel? I mean, personally, everybody's got their own personality. Some people could just, yeah, no big deal. Are you kidding me? Be left alone. I'm cool with that. Stay. More power to you. Stay over there. I'm kind of like that. I'm an introvert somewhat, but I still, I'm a sociable person. I go to Raider games, right? That's a pretty sociable environment. Well, I don't go anymore. Not in Vegas. That's for another time. But I mean, some people could turn it on. People can turn it off. And and when I'm going back to, I'm talking about my neighbors. I'm starting to hear some of these families with their children. Uh, the children are going nuts. They're going crazy. And many of these families, they live in these small 1 or 2 bedroom, bottom, like basement type units. And, so they really don't have a patio like maybe I do or somebody else. Basically, their patio, they go outside, but they're still below ground. It's a weird thing. You probably have seen those units, and you can hear the kids always crying and just agitated. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why don't they take them to the park? I mean, there's plenty of space, right? But for some reason, uh, these this particular family, I'm not going to out them too much, but it's not just them. It's a lot of. I've seen a lot of it going on lately, where they just kind of really force their whole family into isolation, and the kids are really getting going a little, you know, zonkers. You know what I mean? They're getting agitated. They're kids. You know. So I just kind of thought, how would I handle this? Because but if I was a kid, it'd be a yeah, I'd go nuts probably. I probably would drive my parents up the wall. And I thought, I was thinking too, like if, my kids were around when this was going on, how would me and my significant other, my girlfriend or wife, how would we handle it? I would think we'd kind of like alternate every other day and have, like one day I would spend like take the child to a park, right, for 2 3 hours. Get them all worked, get all that energy burned out, and then come home, while the wife relaxes and does a little cleaning, and then has time to herself. And then the next day, switch off, and then the third day, do it as a family thing, and just kind of keep doing it every other day. And I kind of thought that was kind of a good idea. I, you should try it. I mean, but I just, I'm hearing a lot of crazy, crazy stuff coming out with some of my neighbors, and the poor children are being affected by it. And I get it, because a lot of people are frustrated. But I think there's a way, you can get your kids out there and just, I just don't know how I can handle it as a kid. I mean, they're out here playing. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I put them on. They're out there and they're just kind of not really. It's not really a big deal to them because they got brothers. Some of them have brothers and sisters, and but there's some kids out here that just are by themselves with their parents, and I don't know. Just kind of throwing it out there. I don't know what I was thinking. Just I don't know. What do you think? How would you feel if you were a kid during during this time?